Rafiq, we are ready to go.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. My name is Rafiqullah, and I will be the Sergeant at Arm for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 411 meeting of Fujairah Toastmasters. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmaster meeting. As Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Rule number 3, please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goal, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I hand over this stage to our President, T.M. Mahendran. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms, for this wonderful starting of the session. On behalf of President, I am taking the charge today because he is on a personal leave. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Welcome you all to our 411th meeting. Again, on behalf of our President, I would like to call this meeting to order. Due to some personal reasons, he is not available today. Otherwise, he is there in our background supporting us all the time. So, on behalf of him, I am Toastmaster Arivaragan, Vice President of Education, calling the meeting number 411 to order. Before proceeding to the regular agenda, because we have a fixed agendas, before proceeding to that, I would like to invite our Secretary, Toastmaster Hussain Khan, to read out the minutes of the meeting of previous meeting, means minutes of meeting number 410. Over to you, Toastmaster Hussain, our Secretary.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toastmaster, Acting Mr. President. May I please have access to share my screen?
Yes.
I'm unable to share right now.
You got the option.
I still do not. It has been disabled for me.
Can you try now?
Still no. I can now, yes. Thank you so much. All right, so sorry for the delay, everyone. Good evening. These are the minutes of meeting for number 10, 410. Apologies there. Minutes of meeting 410. It was held on 2nd of March at 7 p.m. We had an attendance of 16 in total. In the presidential address, members were reminded to renew the membership by 15th of March. And our timer for the day was DTM Pradeep. In his theme of the day, Toastmaster Shushanto led the theme, Vaccinate to be Positive, and he shared ways to remain optimistic and upbeat even amongst a crisis. Toastmaster Sunil shared the word of the day, which was acme. It means the point at which something is at its best or most highly developed. Some synonyms would be the peak, crest, pinnacle, or optimum. We had 3 project speeches by Toastmasters Arivaragan, Rashmi, and Swaminathan. Moving on, in the table topic session, we had topics that revolved around the silver linings of the pandemic, and it was led by me. We had 6 table topic speakers in total. Subsequently, in the evaluation session, we had project speech evaluations by Toastmasters Sudhakar, Mahar, and Batavi. Following that, we had the grammarian and accountants report by Toastmaster Mahendran, who commended the general usage of language and reiterated the use of good lexicon and quotes in any form of speech. Moving on, we had the general evaluation by DTM Anil Vidyadharan, and it was highly detailed and all-encompassing, and he gave us a lot of suggestions to work on and as well recommendations that we should continue doing. Please go through these points right here. And finally, we had the best role player as Toastmaster Shushanto. The best table topic speaker was Mr. Chia. He is a new member now. And the best project speaker was Toastmaster Rashmi, and the best evaluator was Toastmaster Mahar. And the ceremony was closed with a group picture. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster Ibar again.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hussain, for this wonderful reading our minutes of meeting. Thank you so much. And before getting into the regular agenda, I am very happy and glad to share some of the announcements to you all. The first one, we have successfully renewed all our members for the period of April 2021 to September 2021 with TMI. By 10th of March 2021, with eligible to get the award. What is that award? This time we are getting Talk Up Toastmasters Award. And because we have 5 new members joined with us, so that is the reason we are getting that award. And I am proud to welcome our 5 new members in our club. They are Toastmaster Fatima Musa Yusuf. Welcome. Toastmaster Hamad Kalfan Al-Kindi. Welcome. Toastmaster Kalfan Rashid Al-Kindi Musaba Rashid. Welcome. Toastmaster Kian Chong Chi. Welcome. Then finally our Toastmaster Mezun Tanswe. Welcome you all to this wonderful family, Fujairah Toastmasters Club, and best wishes to all. With the support of 5 members, we are eligible for the Talk Up Toastmasters Award, and mainly this appreciation goes to our VP membership, Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. During this occasion, I am appreciating him a lot. Thank you, Toastmaster Pattabhiraman, for your efforts. Then the other one, maybe the next better thing what we did is we have completed 3 of our members completed their levels. Toastmaster Swaminathan, Toastmaster Arivan, Toastmaster Reshmi. Congrats to them. And there is one more important announcement. Our division annual speech contest has been postponed to April 9th, and from Fujairah Toastmasters Club, 2 of our members are participating in those contests. One Toastmaster Mahar and Toastmaster Ferdos. Best wishes for them. Thank you so much. There is one more small announcement. Even our Toastmaster Hussain, our secretary, is taking part in district roles also. So best wishes to her to keep rocking the district 105. And we are from Fujairah Toastmasters, we are representing Division K in DTAC, and I have been nominated as DTAC 2021 Oman Ambassador, PR Ambassador. And thank you all FTC for this wonderful opportunity given to me. With this announcement, and instead of wasting more time, I am getting into the regular agenda. We have small changes there. So the Wordmaster, Mr. Toastmaster Swaminathan couldn't take up the role, so Toastmaster Reshmi will be doing the Wordmaster role in addition to her grammarian and accountant role. So that is one small changes there. Other than that, we don't have any other changes. It goes as per the agenda. And now I'm very happy to announce that the today meeting is in order, and I am ready to hand over to our passionate Toastmaster, Toastmaster Sunir. He will be the Toastmaster of the day today, and he is going to talk about Are You the Leaders? So it's a wonderful, amazing session we are waiting to witness. And he is passionate Toastmasters, and also he is passionate in traveling and loves to talk with new people. He wants to make friends with the new people. And he is here in Toastmasters with FTC, Fujairah Toastmaster Club, for the past 1.5 years as Sergeant at Arms. Professionally, he is a senior accountant of Port of Fujairah for the past 13 years. And please welcome Toastmaster Sunir to the stage. Sunir, the stage is yours now.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice President Education Toastmaster Ismail, for your wonderful and kind introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and dear distinguished guests, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to Futura Toastmasters Club meeting number 411. I'm about to read the Toastmasters mission as well, because normally I do Sergeant at Arms Road, so the mission statement follow the welcome note. Sometimes I read the mission statement while sleeping also. After getting so many kicks from my wife, I realized that I'm reading the Toastmasters mission statement while sleeping. This will happen normally the same day when we have meeting. The next day, if I ask her, why did you do that? She said, you started your meeting at the midnight. Coming to the TMOD road, last week, VP Education WhatsApp me and remind me about the TMOD role that I had to do in this week. So I replied him, Toastmaster Ismail, I don't know whether I will get time and which topic I will select. I'm very confused about that. He replied, you can do it. You are the master, I know. With his normal and usual emojis. As you watch his emojis, the kind of reply, he will put 2 stars, 1 trophy, 1 flower, and 1 thumbs up. It has everything from motivation to appreciation. And the 2 sentences, you can do it, you are the master. What do you understand from this? What traits you identify from this sentence? You can do it, it's a motivation. And you are the master, I know. It has 2 meanings. It is a psychological approach. One is motivation, and the second one is delegation. Delegating things to others. This is one of the wonderful quality a leader must possess. So can I say Toastmaster Ismail is a good leader or a great leader? Let's see. So what is leadership and who is a leader or who is a great leader? The word leadership can bring a lot of images into your mind. For example, Toastmaster Ismail, or a great leader, or a politician, or an explorer, or an executive who is executing the company strategy with his colleagues to attain the company objective. It could be anyone who is leading a team. So if I say leadership is an art, do you all agree? Yes, leadership is an art motivating people to act towards to achieve a common goal. In business settings, this can be directing workers and colleagues with a strategy to meet the company objectives. In Toastmasters, the president and excom team working towards to achieve a common objective. What is that objective? Empowering, developing communication and leadership skills. In order to become a great leader, the great leader must possess some traits or quality. Let us see in the next session. And for the benefit of the guests and the new members, I would like to explain the structure of overall meeting. The meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part is prepared speech, where a member will deliver a speech in accordance to his project or path. And the second part is impromptu speech or table topic section, where a member will be giving one topic and he has to speak at least 2.5 minutes. And the third session, evaluation or feedback section, where the general evaluator and his team will evaluate the project speakers as well as entire the aspect of the meeting. So going back to the agenda, as the president told, there is a small changes in the agenda. Toastmaster Rashmi will do the word master as well as grammarian and accountant. So we will move forward with the agenda. First role player, Toastmaster Arif. Toastmaster Arif, I already given him about him a paragraph. According to him, compassion and vision is the most important traits a leader must possess. Toastmaster Arif, appreciate if you could explain the role of timer. Over to you, Toastmaster Arif.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sunir. But there is a small request from my side. I missed to introduce the guest. Can you please take up that role of introducing the guest to the members? We have a couple of guests.
Since you started, you can introduce now, no problem.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So let me introduce the guest also, then we will go for talking about my timer role. I have seen a couple of guests. Well, let me change it to gallery view. Guest Farah, you are there?
Yes.
Good evening and welcome to our
Good evening.
I like both buildings.
just tell something about you, Farah.
Electrical appliances.
Sorry, I did not hear you.
Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Farah. I'm currently here in Dubai. I'm working in the hospitality industry.
Thank you so much for joining with us. Farah is a friend of our Toastmaster Eloisa, so she has called her also. So thank you, Toastmaster Eloisa, for introducing a new guest to us. And we have the new members. You want to introduce yourself? Just to open your camera.
Pushkar.
Members.
Pushkar.
Yes, yeah, I missed out those guest Pushkar.
Yes. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, all Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Yeah, pleased to be a part of these wonderful sessions. I'm enjoying so far, and I'm excited to learn what are the new things or new approaches being done. And I believe it is quite fruitful. It seems everybody seems to be very happy, excited to be a part of this today. My name is Pushkar Timsina. I'm from Nepal, living in UAE for the last 20 years. I work with Ari and Mr. Patabi as well. We work in the same industry. And it's a pleasure to be a part of this session. Hope we can continue. I can be a part of this group, wonderful group, going forward as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The Toastmaster Pushkar Timsina.
Thank you very much.
And the new members, you want to say hi to all? Or I will take this opportunity. Yeah, KC Chia is joining. Hello, yes, Toastmaster Chia.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. I'm KC Chia. I'm a Malaysian Chinese and have been in Fujairah for the past 6 years. Currently, I'm an investment advisor at Raiba.
Thank you so much. And may I take this opportunity to introduce our two new members. They are not members to Toastmasters, but they are new to Fujairah Toastmasters. Toastmaster Shashidhar Bairaji, and then our general evaluator, Toastmaster Soumya. Can you please introduce yourself, Ji?
Good evening, everyone. This is Toastmaster Shashidhar Bairapu from Carpedium Sharjah Toastmasters Club. And some of you might be knowing me because when you are having physical meetings, I drove all the way to Fujairah to attend your meetings. And today I'm here on the invitation of Toastmaster Arival again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, Fujairah, and good evening to all the lovely Toastmasters from Fujairah. A great opportunity for me to be a part of your wonderful chapter meetings, and there's so much of positivity that Toastmaster Arif has already shared, which I'll share during our evaluation report, GE. Just to let you know, my parent club, I originally joined Sharjah Toastmasters, and then, well, I'm also a member of UAE Advanced Toastmasters, and our area director 47, AD Ramnees and Toastmaster Arif invited me for this opportunity, and I'm grateful and thankful to both of them, and looking forward to a wonderful evening, which our TMOD Toastmaster Sunir has already pumped in his trademark humor. I'm loving it. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So here we are stopping with the guest introduction. So we are going into the regular agenda. And as a timer today, I'll be monitoring the timing, but still we are crossing the limit now. So each and every, for the benefit of the new members, each and every project speaker will be given with a time, 5 to 7 minutes of their speaking time. So I'll be monitoring whether they are within the time or they are crossing the limit or not. Based on that, there is a disqualification is also there. And same with the table topic session also. Every speaker need to talk about the topic given to him for 1 minute minimum, maximum 2 minutes, like with the grace period of 30 seconds. So within that, he need to finish the speech. If it is crossing, then there is a chance for disqualification also. So those timings I'll be monitoring and then giving a final report at the end of the session. This is only to just carry the meeting within the time. That is the only role. Thank you so much, and over to you, TMOD, for this wonderful opportunity given to me. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Aryu, for your wonderful introduction for the time and role. Now the next role player is the word master, Toastmaster Rashmi. Toastmaster Rashmi has been Toastmaster for 8 months, and currently she is our VPPR. She took our VPPR role in 8 months of her Toastmaster journey. According to her, Toastmaster Rashmi, courage is the most important trait a leader must possess. Yes, she is courageous. That's the reason she took up the role of VPPR in 8 months' time. Over to you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for your role. Please introduce.
Thank you, TMOD, for the wonderful introduction. And what an energetic and humorous start, Toastmaster Sunil. I'm just trying very hard to control my laugh, actually. So today, I'm doing the 2 roles, the word master and accounter and the grammarian role. First, we will go with the word master role. So as the word master, I have to introduce a new word. In today's meeting, the new word for today is capacity. Capacity. COPACETIC. Capacity. And its meaning is very satisfactory or in excellent order. Certain examples we can use, like his smile told that everything was capacity. Don't worry, I assure you that everything is capacity. You can be a good judge as your English is capacity. So these are certain examples. Also, there are certain variants for this word. That is, the pronunciation is capacity itself, but the spelling will be COPASETIC. Instead of C, S will come. And also copacetic, COPESETIC. But this is less commonly used, these 2 variants. And the other synonyms are agreeable, all right, fine, good, okay. All these are the other synonyms for this word. And the antonyms used are disagreeable, unsatisfactory. And this first known usage of this word is in American English, that is in New York. It is a book in 1919, I think, about the young Abraham Lincoln as the man of ages by Irving Bachelor. That is the history regarding this word. And certain times it is seen as capacitically as the adverb form of the usage also is very, very rarely we see. And the other few examples also, she is feeling capacitic after her COVID treatment. Despite of the heavy rain, they assured the concert will be capacitic. These are few examples for this word. And now I would like to invite our members to use this word and to make one sentence. A small round robin session. Can anybody volunteer? Yes, yes, General Evaluator Toastmaster Soumya. Sir, you are muted, sir. Can you unmute?
There you are. Sorry. I thought we were running out of time, so I was just writing it out. Talk Up Toastmasters winner, Fujairah Toastmasters Club. Keep your warmth and the energy and the charm in copacetic condition. Get new members and invited. Bring them into your main fold and prosper and progress. Over to you, Word Master of the Day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for using this word, and the general evaluation is already started.
Toastmaster Ram.
Thank you. Yeah. Toastmaster Ram, can you use this word and make one sentence? Yeah.
Yes, after me and my best friend saw the movie Dostana, we always felt copacetic as long as we are in touch with each other.
Excellent. Excellent, Toastmaster Ram. Any other volunteers? Toastmaster Casey Chia? Or any other new members? Toastmaster Fatima?
Toastmaster Kanti can give nice.
Yes.
Yeah, best wishes, VP Education, copacetic, our vibrant Toastmasters, and all the Toastmasters of the day. Best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, our energetic Toastmaster Kanti. I think we can. Any other volunteers, or we have time?
We can go ahead. No problem.
I will do.
Yes.
Yes. Please, sir.
I am quite confident that whoever comes in to participate in this Toastmaster Club meeting, definitely the end of the day they will go with the copacetic feeling.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Any other volunteers?
Yeah, this is Rafiq. I'm hopeful that the speech that will be delivered today by TM Toastmaster members will be very copacetic.
Excellent. Thank you all members for your impromptu role. So moving on. So I am doing another role as accounter and grammarian also. So in this accounter role, so I will observe the filler words that yeah, you know, these filler words, the amount of this type of filler words you are using in your speeches, that this affect the effectiveness of your speech. So I will count these words. Also the grammar mistakes I will try to observe in your speeches. So this is all about my role. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. What a copacetic explanation of your roles. Now moving to our first session, that is prepared speech. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. He is working as a QHSSE manager for Oil Terminal Fujairah for the last 9 years. Total, he is having 23 years of experience, and he has been a Toastmaster for 1.5 years. When I asked him to give one trait a leader must possess, he has given a list. He said, good communication, inspiring, integrity, more adaptable, and lead by example. He stopped at the 6. Otherwise, I would not have anything to speak. Today, he is presenting his level 1 P3, Project P3, Research and Presentation, title Secret to Success. And his speech is evaluated by a senior Toastmaster, Shashidhar Bhairapu. Toastmaster Shashidhar Bhairapu, if you could please read out his objectives. Toastmaster Shashidhar.
Actually, I received the evaluation sheets for the first speech and second speech, but it says the third speech. Which one should I go? Toastmaster Pattabhiraman, please confirm which is your evaluation sheet.
Yeah, this is the evaluation and feedback, second speech.
So it's not a research speech, right?
No, no.
Okay, so it's a second speech for the evaluation after receiving the feedback on the first speech. The purpose statement is, the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply feedback to the second speech. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she, in this case it's he, applied the feedback received from his first speech. Let me read out what was the feedback on the first speech. The feedback on the first speech is, try to incorporate more descriptive language, evocative adverbs, adjectives, and adverbs and adjectives to enhance your compelling storytelling, and perhaps dramatizing selective parts of your speech to bring stories to life. So that's the evaluation received on the first speech. And let's see his second speech. Timer, it's a 5 to 7 minutes, 5, 6, and 7. All the best to the speaker.
If you do what you always did, you will get what you always got. If you do what you always did, you will get what you always got. This is a famous quote from Albert Einstein. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and distinguished Toastmasters. How are you all doing today? How many of you wants to be successful in life? I think almost all of us, right? Okay. If you are very keen, please listen to me carefully. Once upon a time, there was a young, energetic, dynamic, and self-motivated young man, same like me, but he was good looking. He had joined one company after his engineering, completing his engineering. He was assigned to a mentor, was an old man. He was always telling him, talk less and do more. Don't forget to learn new things each and every day. So he was sincerely following his advice. He was working very hard with full dedication and diligence. Few years later, his mentor, the old man, got retired. This young man became engineer himself. So he continued his work with full dedication, and whatever he could learn from this factory, he learned almost everything. Years passed by. One day he went back to meet his mentor. When I see him, the mentor noticed that he seems to be unhappy. He asked him, what is bothering him so much? The young man replied, he sighed and poured his heart out. He said, I was doing everything what I can. I'm working very sincerely, following all your advices. But one thing I don't understand. The guys who is less experienced, who's less knowledgeable, and who got less skills, all have been promoted. But I am still staying at the same position and earning as little as before. The old man asked him, are you sure? You become an indispensable asset to your organization. The young man nodded his head, yes. Then old man paced back and forth to think. Then he turned back to the young man and said, it is for you to take the time off. The young man, after getting his advice, he was very surprised and he was very enthusiastic to go and take a day off. So he didn't listen to him further. Immediately he went to apply his leave. When he returned back after his leave, to his surprise, the manager called him and he explained nothing went smooth during your absence. Nobody could solve the problems what he used to do. Recognizing his captic performance, the manager offered him a promotion and the reward. The young man was very happy for his mentor's wisdom. He continued with the same pattern every time. Whenever he feels like he deserves more, he always tries to take an off. This continued for some time. One day when he was returning back to the office, security stopped him at gate and told him, your contract has been terminated. You are not allowed to enter into the office. The young man was very surprised and shocked, and immediately he rushed to whom? To his mentor. Yes, he immediately rushed to his mentor and to find the reason why I was terminated. After doing so much, following all your instruction, what went wrong? The old man replied, you didn't follow the full instruction because you listened only half of my lesson. By this time, you would have known nobody pays attention to a bulb which is always on. It is only when it is off. If the bulb frequently goes off, sooner or later it will be replaced. So never ever take advantage over the situation. So this was the advice. So ladies and gentlemen, how many of us taking advantage over our family members, friends, or who are the relatives when they are always with us? Imagine one day if they are gone, what will happen? It will be too late for you to realize their importance. So always be thankful to God for giving the fortune to have them in your life. So this reminds me of my mentor who always used to tell me, work more to get more. Okay, now nothing comes for free. So always remember, if you do what you always did, you will get what you always got. No pain, no gain. So always try to put more efforts to gain more benefits. Over to you, TM Modi. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Patabi, for your wonderful speech. Work hard to get more, nothing get free. Speaker in this great evening is Toastmaster Hussain Khan. Toastmaster Hussain Khan, she has been a Toastmaster for 1 year. Currently, she is our secretary and she is a student. One of the prominent qualities which I found in her is communication and presentation skill. When I asked her about the leadership traits, she has given a para. In that, she has quoted the words of Steve Jobs. Leadership is about inspiring people to do things they never thought they could. Excellent quote, Toastmaster Hussain Khan. And her speech is Level 3, Project 2, using presentation software, titled You Are What You Eat. The speech is evaluated by one of our senior Toastmaster, Toastmaster Pavnish Jain. Toastmaster Pavnish Jain, if you could read out her objective, please.
Thank you, TM Sunil, and good afternoon, good evening to all Toastmasters, especially Toastmaster Kushan. You are doing, as Toastmaster Sunil mentioned, you are doing the presentation mastery pathway level 3 P2. And today we are going to see the speech from her, like you are what you eat. And your purpose of the speech is to demonstrate your understanding of how to use presentation software, including the creation of slides and incorporating that technology into your speech. Your time allowed 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Kushan. Good luck.
Thank you so much, dear TMOD and my evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, newly joined Toastmasters, and guests. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone? Great. Yes, you are what you eat. How many times have you heard that? I am pretty sure that each one of us in this room has heard this at one point or another. Today, or rather tonight, I'm going to dissect what does this phrase mean, at least to me. On first glance, the traditional way of thinking would be that you are what you eat means that you should eat healthy food, therefore you can stay healthy and fit. It's actually an idiomatic expression, which means exactly that. So you are not wrong if you think that. But tonight, I want to take a different tangent on this statement. To answer what I want to talk about, or to explore that, I will first ask you a question. I want you to think about it. Who are you? When I ask myself this question, I can divide myself into neat little boxes. I might be my physical self, my hands, my feet, the Kusain you see. I might be my inner voice, the voice I hear inside, processing my thoughts. Or, according to me, I might be the brain inside of me. What do I mean by that? One way to look at who are you as a person would be to see how do you experience life. Many of us might have seen this diagram, and I hope none of you have run away from your screens looking at all of the labels here. They have nothing to do. They're just for those people who would like to go into more detail. But as you can see, there are multiple different parts and layers of the brain. Each different part and each different layer is responsible for different functions of the human body. As a whole, the brain is responsible for the human experience. Now, you might say that, yes, we know that already, but there is a connection between each part of the brain, and this connection is maintained by a substance called neurotransmitters. These are chemicals that allow different parts of the brain that you can see on screen talking and communicating with each other. For example, the motor cortex right here would send a signal to your muscles in the body to twitch a muscle or move an organ, such as my hand right now. Now that we have the definition of you clear for tonight, I would like to move on to what I want to talk about, the crux of my speech, which would be the answer to what makes us us. There is a connection in the body. This is between, as you can see, the brain and the gut. Now, what is the gut? The gut, in simple terms, is the stomach. Now, we are going to delve deeper and talk about the gut bacteria. You might have heard that phrase. You might have heard gut microbiome. You might have heard gut flora. Each of these is used to describe the same thing. This is basically a collection of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms living in your gut lining, which is right below your stomach. It is connected to your stomach. Now, these bacteria, when you hear the word bacteria, the first thought would be, oh no, considering we're living in a pandemic. However, when you think about it, this is a collection of good bacteria as well as bad bacteria. And together, there are 100 trillion gut bacteria in your body. To give you some context, the number of gut bacteria in your body is 10 times greater than the number of cells you have in your body. You are 10 times more bacteria than human. Just a tiny fact for you to know. However, if we have so many bacteria within us, they must be doing something. And how are they contributing to this image of ourselves. Now, let's go deeper and see how does the gut microbiome affect the brain, as we discussed previously. To understand this relationship ethically, scientists found a way. They took lab rats and they were divided into two categories. The first category was normal, healthy rats, which had healthy and normal gut bacteria. It wasn't tweaked with at all. Now, they took these rats and they introduced two rings to them, and they left the mice to play with them. And one was a smooth one, and the other one had a pattern on it. The mice played with them, and 20 minutes later, they brought in a new cookie cutter. This was in the shape of a star. Now, when the mice looked at the cookie cutter, they did not recognize it, and they went on to explore it. And they again introduced the normal rings. This time, the mice had no interest in the rings because they had already seen the object. So from this study, we deduced that mice were only interested to explore objects when they were something new. If they had seen it already, they would ignore it. Now, moving on to the second phase of the study, they brought in, I was looking at the timer. They brought in the second group of mice. Now, these mice, they had their gut bacteria removed completely. They were essentially bacteria-free. Now, these mice were again shown the normal rings, and they looked at them and they were quite interested in the rings. And after a while, they got bored and moved on. They were, once again, they introduced the same rings to them. And once again, they explored the rings as if they'd never seen these before. It was concluded that the memory of these mice was tampered with because they weren't able to recognize the objects they were shown 20 minutes ago, unlike healthy mice. Right now, studies about the relationship between the gut microbiome and the brain are in its infancy. However, it is deduced that the nature of the gut flora that resides within a person heavily impacts the type of personality they have. Now, you might say personality. Again, we bring in mice. Lab rats help us over here. They took mice, scientists took mice, and they had a study in which they introduced, they took mice which were completely, once again, healthy mice and mice which were bacteria-free. Now, the bacteria-free mice were scared to venture out of their cages, even when forced to move out. However, these gut bacteria-free mice refused to stay within the cage and kept on exploring outside. It was deduced that these mice were risk takers. Now, on first glance or at your first hearing, you might say, risk-taking sounds good, right? However, risk-taking to an average extent is normal in any species, but if it's gone beyond to a certain level, then it means that the species is at risk. You might also say that this has not been concluded as of 2021, but studies are still in their infancy, as I said earlier, and I would encourage you to go in and delve deeper. And the main reason is because we associate healthy eating with a healthy and fit body, but it goes deeper and beyond that. What we eat affects the microbiome within our gut, and that in turn affects our brain, which goes on to affect our personalities and our experiences of the world. And we might once again visit Greek philosophy and see that Hippocrates once said that all disease begins in the gut, and let food be thy medicine. I hope you would venture deeper, and over to you, dear TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmasters Hussain Khan. What an information. Please give a big round of applause. Next, the third and the last speaker for today is Toastmaster Ismail. He is working as a safety manager with GTI Fujairah. He associated with Fujairah Toastmasters Club since September 2020. He said a leader must have a clear vision, ability to align, and ability to foresee and address the challenges. Great, Toastmaster Ismail. And today, he is presenting Level 1 Project 2 Evaluation and Feedback. titled Real Artistship. And his project speech is evaluated by one of our senior Toastmasters, a great leader. He sets an example. It's none other than TTM Pradeep Kumar. TTM Pradeep Kumar, please, if you could read out his objective.
Good evening, Toastmaster Sunir and Toastmaster Ismail Sultan. Your project is evaluation and feedback first speech.
Yes, sir.
The purpose of the project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best. Over to you, Toastmaster Ismail Sultan.
Thank you. Am I audible? Real Artistship. January 1984. A new tech company based in California is about to launch a new promising product in a week's time. The company has established a strong reputation in the last few years in the field of personal computing. The new product could be a major breakthrough for company and shareholders. However, there is a little problem. They are not ready yet. So the project manager makes a call to the company's executive Steve, who is in New York for shareholders meeting. All team is sitting around as he starts speaking on the speakerphone. Hey Steve, Jerome here. Hey Jerome, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to update you about the new product. The software team has really worked hard over the Christmas break and is still working around the clock, testing and fixing any problems that are found. But unfortunately, there are still bugs. I don't think we will be ready within a week time. I think it would be better if we can extend the product launch date by a few weeks. That way we can deliver a better product. There is a silence in the room and then Steve speaks. No. There is no way we are sleeping. You guys have worked on this stuff real hard for months now. Another couple of weeks is not going to make much of a difference. Just make sure you make it as good as you can and get it done. Remember, real artistship. You better get back to work now. Dear TMOD, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Good evening, I'm Ismail Sultan. The conversation I just shared is based on a true story. This conversation, you might have already guessed the company name, which is Apple. The guy on the other side of the telephone line was legendary Steve Jobs, most inspirational leader of our times. And the product was Macintosh, the first successful mass market personal computer. The product launch went as per the schedule in January 1984 and rest is history. It revolutionized the domain of personal computing and cemented Apple's position as an industry leader. Now coming back to the topic, real artistship is one of the most famous slogan or epigrams used by Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs used it to drive his team to understand that even the best inventions needed to sell. So what does this mean? Ship in technology industry particularly means to deliver something to your customer. The phrase means the real artists don't work in some ivory towers isolated from the world, but they actually work and deliver their stuff, their artwork out there in the world for the people to see it, appreciate it, and buy it. Shipping is the connection between your work and the outside world. Shipping means hitting the publish button on your blog, meeting with a potential customer, answering the phone, applying for your dream job, or just giving presentation here in Toastmasters Club. Real artists have a skill to finish their stuff and to know when they have to cut corners and be practical. They might be perfectionists, but they know the importance of shipping. Before completion, the power of your artwork, the product or project remains dormant. It's only through the completion and shipping that this power gets unlocked. Shipping something out the door, doing it regularly without hassle, emergency or fear is a superpower. This is a rare skill, something that makes you indispensable. I admit, sometimes shipping feels like a compromise. Well, we are here to make a huge difference in the world, to create art that really matters and to do our best work. And then the deadline arrives and we have to cut it short. So is shipping really that important? Answer is yes. The discipline of shipping is essential in the long journey of making you indispensable. Sorry. So working on a project and then not shipping it, just like a runner who would enter into a marathon, cover almost a complete distance, and then just before the finish line dropped out. The last step of shipping is as important as the artwork in a sense. The product which was, let's say, good enough, just 80%, and delivered in time is far better than an unfinished masterpiece which was never shipped. This is the sad story of many genius and talented artists of the world. What has been deprived of many masterpieces because they were never shipped. They could be lying just in a box somewhere, unseen, unappreciated. And the reason is mostly fear and doubt. As they say, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. When you first adopt the discipline of shipping, your work will seem to suffer. There is no doubt an additional hour, a day, or a week can make your product better and polished. But over time, rather quickly actually, you will see the shipping is the part of the art. The process of making sure you ship timely makes your art better. We know probably 10 to 20 famous paintings or masterpieces by Picasso, but we don't see that he made more than 1,000 paintings. In the end, I would like to share a quote from author Les Brown. I don't think any other words capture the essence of shipping better than this. The graveyard is the richest place on the earth because it is here you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step and to carry out their dream. Life is short. None of us has unlimited time. That is why we must share our gifts as soon as possible. Maybe we can change the world for good. But to do that, you have to ship. So what artwork are you going to ship today? Thank you so much for listening so patiently. Over to you, Tiyamori.
Wow, excellent Toastmaster Ismail for your wonderful speech. Now, let's have the timer report. Let's see where are we now. Timer, if you could please give your report.
Yes, why not? We started at right time around 7 p.m. and 2 minutes we started with a 2 minutes delay. And then Sergeant at Arms went well with taking only less than 2 minutes time. Then the presidential address along with the secretary's minutes of meeting reading, it took around 14 minutes because we need to introduce the new speakers also, new guests also, and new members also. So those things took some time there. Then TMOD has used his time to introduce the theme. Accordingly, there are 3 speakers. So Toastmaster Pattabhiraman has used around 6 minutes and 18 seconds. Toastmaster Hussain Khan used 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Toastmaster Ismail used around 5 minutes 37 seconds. So that's the rating now so far. And we are around 7 minutes, around 7 minutes we are lagging. Hope we can make it up. Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, timer. And Zoom Master, kindly share the poll for casting vote for the best speaker. Thank you, Zoom Master. Now let's continue with our theme of the day. Are we a leader? I'll share one PPT. When I asked the question to the Toastmasters about the most important traits a leader must possess, the answers are like vision, compassion, courage, punctuality, discipline, etc. All of them are very important and are all in general. There are more than 50 qualities has been identified and that are important to a great leaders. But there are 7 qualities are most important than any others. These are all related to the leader who leads a team. Focus to lead a team. Good news is that each of these qualities can be learned and they must be learned by practice and repetition. The first one, great leaders radiate positive energy. When you radiate positive energy, you make those around you feel safe, secure, calm, and happy. But when you radiate negative energy, you make others feel anxious, afraid, guilt, and sad. There is nothing more important in team, the passion and will to succeed. And having a good leader is an important part of that. There is positive relation between team morale and productivity. Great leaders radiate positive energy not only to make them more likable, it also builds more trust and boosts the team morale. The second trait, they have proactive attitude. Proactive people constantly moving forward, looking to the future and making things happen. They actively engage, not passively observing. Being a proactive is a way of thinking and acting. When something goes wrong, it is easy to blame others instead of why this happened. A good leader that set aside, they shift their focus entirely on solving the problem. Good leaders know what to focus and they are proactive. They delegate tasks completely. Great leaders realize that they can do everything themselves. So they focus on the most difficult tasks and delegate the rest to others. Delegating also means you are fully trusting your team. Your team is most important, isn't it? Trusting your team without looking into small things or without micromanaging every move. No need to do that unless it is affecting your task or something to be rectified. Great leaders delegate tasks to others and trust them to get the job done. And they are approachable. Great leaders is the one with the teammates could see them approaching whenever they have concern. They certainly need someone to discuss these too. Great leaders available for anyone from thousands of employees. There is a saying that there is very appropriate in these situations, that is, a non-productive work environment is one where employees are discouraged to speak up, fearing the loss of their job. Most successful business people, they will set up a system where the concern of each and every employee must reach the top level management. Great leaders encourage feedback from all the members of the organization and they are approachable. And moving to the next session, we'll see other traits after the session, after the impromptu speak session. Next session of the meeting, very interesting session. And it is very interesting for most of other people, but for me personally, it is very scariest session. To lead this session, we have Toastmaster Sudhagar. Toastmaster Sudhagar is our treasurer. He has been Toastmaster for 1.5 years. He is basically BE civil engineer. He is having more than 25 years of work experience. According to him, discipline and punctuality is the most important traits a leader must possess. Toastmaster Sudhagar, the stage is yours.
Thank you, TMOD. Welcome all to the most interesting session. Impromptu speaking, as you all know, it is one of the traits which a Toastmaster should possess. We all face difficult situations during our daily life. Suddenly, your boss comes and asks a question which you are not prepared to answer. How to overcome that situation? That is what we do now. Training for impromptu speaking. I hope you all are ready for this session. Let us see how it goes. For this session, each speaker I will call a Toastmaster for the first as a first speaker, and then we will call some guests depending on the time. For the benefit of the guests, this speech is about 2 minutes. First 1 minute, if you speak, I will give you the topic and you will be qualified in the first minute. Beyond for 1 minute, you can still speak. At 1 minute 30 seconds, our timer will give yellow light, and at 2 minutes, he will give red light. Beyond that, you can still speak for another 30 seconds, which is a grace period. After that, it is disqualification. I hope there will be no disqualifications today. And most importantly, please try to insert the word of the day, copacetic, which means very satisfactory. I hope we all have a very satisfactory session. So let me call upon any senior Toastmaster as a first speaker. Any volunteers, please?
Toastmaster Sudhakar, if nobody is volunteering, I can go, if that's fine with you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya. You have numbers 1 to 8. Can you pick one?
Number 4, please.
Thank you. Today's theme is, I hope everybody remembers, are you a leader? Yes, all the topics today have been developed on the same theme. Toastmaster Soumya, leadership is about vision and responsibility and not power. Leadership is about vision and responsibility and not power. Toastmaster Soumya.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. When we look at the bookshelves, when we look at the internet, when we look at people around us, I think we have umpteen examples of leadership. But the lasting leadership that remains or that's etched in our memory are few of the most profound experiences that one can come across. And when we look at leadership, we look at change. We look for something that will spur us to be a part of a thought, part of a project, part of a vision. So without a shadow of doubt, Vision has to be at the top end of things. And in order to achieve that visions, there will be insurmountable challenges that one has to face. So are we responsible? Are we ready to face those challenges, meet them headlong, drive the people who are with us on that same vision to arrive at our destination or goal? And when we look at that, when we look at leadership, we look at people like Steve Jobs, we look at people like Warren Buffett, we look at people like Barack Obama, we look at people like Nelson Mandela. So I think leadership's essence is about taking responsibility and working towards a vision. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Toastmaster Sophia, you have clean bowled us everybody. This is not an impromptu speech. I am sure this can be considered as a prepared speech. Masterclass. Your speech was capacitic. No doubt about it. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we move on. Any volunteers? We can consider Toastmasters or guests for the second speech, second topic.
Toastmaster Kanti is ready. Or Shankar is also.
Toastmaster Shankar. Yes. Any number from 1 to 8 other than 4?
Okay, I'll go with number 7.
That's fair. Thank you. Toastmaster Shankar. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Toastmaster Shankar.
Very warm good evening to fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to talk on very sensitive topic on leaders becoming great when they empower and create more leaders. I just reckon one of the slide presented by our TM Modi that there were multiple layers of the team members and the tallest leader. So one tallest leader is equal to multiple leaders, because the one who seeds or gives the opportunity or empower the team members, it becomes team more stronger and viable and contributes to the departments and organizations' growth. We ourselves would have seen numerous examples how the leadership is really respected. Given a choice, be at home or in our business environment, which kind of leadership as human beings we like? Is it the one that follows top to bottom approach, or the one that empowers each and every team member to feel the responsibility and to contribute to the common cause? So I would say that most of the people's opinion will be to work with the team or work under a leader who empowers the team members. Thereby, they step in to take up their role and shape up the future leaders. So that is how the leaders who give the opportunity to others to cope up their skills, they become not just normal leaders, they are just like great and greatest leaders of all times. With this, let me conclude my topic. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, for giving this wonderful opportunity, and I look forward to more such speeches in future. Thank you.
That's very nice, Toastmaster Shankar. Good speech, good impromptu speech, I should say. Any other volunteers? Ramakrishnan? Yes, I was waiting for you actually. because I saw you maybe 1 month ago or 2 months ago. Please select a number from 1 to 8 other than 4 and 7.
6.
Toastmaster Shankar, Toastmaster Ramakrishnan. Leaders do not create followers. They create more leaders. Leaders do not create followers. They create more leaders. Toastmaster Ramakrishnan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this table topic. And thank you everybody to, for listening to me. So the topic is leaders create more leaders. They do not create more followers. Now, this topic is something which is very, very close to me, because when you look at leaders who are coming from the ground, who work their way up through the chain, they feel the pain, what it takes to learn something and implement it in their professional lives. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of experience. Now, if you have somebody under you, you have the knowledge, you have the power, you know that what exactly needs to be done to transform a person and fill the gap of the experience of the years that you have gone through. Definitely, if you are at your right mind, you will impart that knowledge to that person, so that let him take your place. Let him be the leader that you are today, and so that you can lead more people in your future. So this is what I have been following in my whole life. When I learn something new, when I learn something that is really, really difficult, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of books, it takes a lot of research. As soon as you learn that, you prepare a gist of that, you give it to somebody who is willing to take it, who really wants to do it. And once he gets that, he can lead that part for you, so that the leader, as you are yourself, can focus on other broader areas in your career, in your life. So by doing that, you're not doing him a favor. You are in fact doing yourself a favor. You're relieving yourself of the kind of all the requirements that are from you to someone else, so that now you can focus on better things or different things. It could be better, it could be different, depends. Thank you. I'm looking at the timer, and thank you so much for the for the time allotted for the speech. And that's all. Over to you, TM Sudhakar.
Wonderful, 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 Toastmaster Ramakrishnan. Beautiful, beautiful impromptu speech. I would like to request any guests to come forward.
Puskar.
Any guests, please switch on your cameras.
Mr. Puskar.
Yes, joining.
Thank you, Mr. Pushkar. Please select a number from 1 to 8 other than 4, 6, and 7.
Let me go with number 1.
Number 1. Beautiful, beautiful topic, Toastmaster Pushkar. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Guest Pushkar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sudhakar, for this opportunity. I'm a little bit nervous. This is the first time I'm attending this and first session, but it's quite a wonderful copacetic experience that I have got in this session. And I feel belittled by the way previous impromptu speakers they have given way. And that is a kind of leadership also for newcomers like us to show a way how we can flourish going forward. Hopefully, after attending few more sessions, I will have the similar level of confidence that I can inspire other people following me. So I'd be able to show how copacetic experience in your life, in your workplace, or among your colleagues you can follow up with. I strongly believe one thing, when you have to lead animals, you stay behind. And when you have to lead people, you stay front. So that's how you show the way out for whole generations. That creates basically whole generation. In a sense, it could be either within your working premises, or it could be within your family, within your society, or as a whole humankind, to an extent that you can make some changes, make some effort, and that will inspire people to so that you can show the way going forward. Is quite exemplary, hopefully, in going forward in coming days. I think every 2 weeks we have these sessions, and it will help me build and follow others to enlighten myself and share these copacetic experiences with all newcomers, whoever, my friends probably, they are interested in joining this club to get an enriching experience interacting with everybody here. Thank you very much.
Very good speech, Mr. Pushkar. Very impressed. I hope this is your first speech, impromptu speech. You did wonderfully well.
Oh, thank you very much.
You have used twice the word of the day. That is exuberant. Very good.
Thank you.
Any other guests?
Ma'am June Vatan.
June Vatan. Can you switch on the camera, please?
Or Mr. Musabba Alkindi.
Musabba.
Mr. Musabba.
You have to come forward. There is a little bit of fear. You have to overcome that. That is the reason we keep this session.
Okay.
Welcome, Mr. Musabba. Welcome.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Okay. Number from
2 to 8, other than 4, 6, and 7.
2.
Thank you. Toastmaster Musabba. Leadership is not about title or designation. It is about impact, influence, and inspiration. Leadership is not about a title or a designation. It is about impact, influence, and inspiration. Toastmaster Musabba.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toastmaster. Good evening, the VP. As you know, there's many styles of leadership. The best one is leading by example. How is he leading by example? You be like great. If you need to be a great leadership, you need to be like a role model for your team. You need to think positive, to encourage them to do the right thing on the right way. You need to appreciate your team member. Keep their morale also always high, and work as like a team, don't work alone. There's time still.
Go on.
Okay. As I said before, leadership should be like a role model for every team member, and helping other people, other team member to be a leader in the future. Give him like good education, good example, and treat him in good way. Thank you.
Very good. Good effort, Toastmaster Musabba. Timer, do we have time for one more speech?
I think already we are running out of time.
Yeah.
Okay. We can close. We have 5 speeches. That's good session. I hope you all like the topics. Thank you, PMOD, for this wonderful opportunity. Over to you. It is timer's report now, right?
Yeah, timer's report and voting. Please do the.
Yeah, please, timer's report, please.
Thank you. We have total 5 speakers who made their approach in the table topic session. Toastmaster Soumya, Toastmaster Shankar, Toastmaster Ramakrishnan, and guest Pushkar Timsina, and our Toastmaster Musabba Alkindi. And all the people are qualified. Like Toastmaster Soumya, he utilized around 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Toastmaster Shankar, 1 minute and 58 seconds. Toastmaster Ramakrishna, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Guest Pushkar Timsina, 4 minutes and 54 seconds. 1 minute and 54 seconds. Toastmaster Mosaba Alkindi, 1 minute and 32 seconds. So all are qualified and voting will be following. So we can continue with the TMOD session.
Okay. Over to TMOD.
Thank you. And appreciate Toastmaster Sudhakar for your copacetic way of presenting things up. So let us move forward with the theme of the day. And the fifth point, they do what they expect of others. If you expect your team work hard and produce great result, you go and have to do the same. A great leader set an example. He or she always set an example. As a result, gain the respect of his or her entire team. You might have noticed in McDonald's during the rush time, the supervisor or manager, they himself do all the things. Something like packing, making burger, taking order, and taking money, etc. On the other hand, if suppose the leader is not bothered about the team or the business or even the rush time, what message would pass it to the team? It will affect the morale of the team and the productivity. Now, Toastmaster Ariv.
No, you please continue.
Yeah. And the sixth point, they are accountable. Your team mistake is your mistake. It is not just about taking responsibility. It's about taking next step to make the things right. The former president of India and the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, whenever he talks about leader, he always talks about his leader. He said once, they fail in the first mission. Instead of putting the satellite into the orbit, they fail and put into the ocean. So his leader said to his team, come, let's meet the press conference. And his leader said, this time we failed. I have a good team. Next time we will make it happen. Well, next time when they won, his leader told his team to make the press conference, to meet the press conference. So leaders are accountable. The seventh point, they are decisive. A lot of time leaders has to take decision the decision that they are not sure. Once they have enough evidence to suggest to make the decision, they stick it with it and do it with the confidence. Imagine you are the commander of an army and you have to take the decision whether to enter the territory of an enemy from north or south. And there is no information which makes one more sense. But you itself has to choose, because without the leader, half of your army might attack from north and half of from west. Some might have quit. So therefore, the job as a leader is not always to make right decision, but it is to make a decision in order to keep the team together. A round decision could be fixed, but a scattered team is a recipe for a disaster. Your job as a leader is not always to make right decision, but it is to make a decision. Great leaders are decisive and confident in their decision. So moving to the next session. We have the final part of the meeting, that is evaluation or feedback session. It is very important to know us where we are, how we perform, so that we know where to improve and rectify the way we perform. So today we have senior Toastmaster Soumya Kellogg and his team. Toastmaster Soumya is working in tourism industry for last 27 years. He has seen and experienced the development of Dubai and UAE from a trading port to a melting pot of civilization, innovation, tourism, aviation, and hospitality. He was first introduced to Sharjah Toastmasters Club in the year 2020, and he was active until 2005. And he took a break and rejoined them in 2019. According to him, a great leader are listeners, and they use their listening skill to understand, connect, correlate, and make use of this information received to conclude any task. Great, sir. Toastmaster Soumya, I'm proud to invite you to conduct the evaluation round. Please give him a big round of applause. Toastmaster Soumya, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sunil. Very important session, probably one of the sessions where we can learn to improve ourselves, how to speak. And I have three very able Toastmaster colleagues who will be evaluating the three wonderful project speeches. So let me call upon Toastmaster Shashidhar Bairapu to take the stage in order to evaluate the L1P2 second speech of Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. Toastmaster Shashidhar, the stage is yours, please.
Thank you, one and all. Electric bulb, if it is frequently going off, what we do the replacement. What a nice story weaved, and the story as well as to the real life. And it's not only the professional life, you also bring it to the personal life. As I was hearing the speech, I could connect the Toastmasters Club statement, mission statement. We empower the individuals so that they will success in personal and professional life. So as your speech is connected in both the dimensions. We always know that we have a mentor in the Toastmasters Club, but what about the mentoring at the workplace? It's good for a young person to learn a lot of things and not to focus much on the earnings. But if you continue the same thing, you may end up or you may lead back and the other people will take it forward. But you will reach to a point of frustration, you will reach to the point of negativity. And what to do? Simple, go and meet the mentor. And you get the wisdom, but listen the wisdom completely, not just jump by listening off. Very well, if I have to say it like good biryani. So you have all the contents of your speech, a message, an inspiration, and the story. And I like the way how you put the question to capture the audience attention, whether they are with you or they are all in their own worlds in this virtual speech. Now, coming on to the improvements, the one and foremost very significant when you are using the earphones, like you are holding it, like, that is something limiting you to use your hand gestures. Use the hands-free, or you can speak directly, because it's a small room where you are speaking, you can have it, or otherwise you can have a wireless. That's a one thing which will give you more options to use your hands and your expressions. That's a one significant thing. And the second thing, when you said that an employee went back to the mentor, there was a small confusion who was not feeling well. So it was only to understood on after listening to the next statement that it was a frustrated employee. So that clarification, the transition would have been made very easy and simple understanding. Overall, full packed speech, but little restriction with your technology. Be free yourself and give it with more authority. Over to you, Toastmaster Soumya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shashidhar. May I now call upon Toastmaster Pavanesh Jain to come over on stage and evaluate the speech of Madam Toastmaster Hossein Khan. Toastmaster Pavanesh, the stage is yours, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya, and thank you, Toastmaster Kushan, for giving the wonderful speech. Starting with your speech, it was all the presentation were arranged in the very copacetic manner. It was really very good, and when you started from your first slide, like showing the proofs and all, and we all just impressed that something is going to happen today. It's like whatever you are what you are going to eat. You are what you eat. And after that, you just kept on presenting the slides, and you asked the questions, like who we are. So, and that grabbed the attention of all the audience. And it's very good when you are starting some slides and you are giving the speech. First thing you are asking to the audience, so that's everybody, you grab the attention of the audience. So that was very good. And after that, you kept on kept on seeing the slides and just asking the difference between what is the gut, brain, and relation of the gut with the brain. It was very good, and it was very all the your voice clarity was there. I could see your language was very good. We could understand although in the Zoom the virtual meeting, we could understand all your your speech, your vocal variety was very good, and the slides were very effective. Whatever the slides you presented, they were very effective. Comprehensive slides were there. Your eye contact, although we don't have much eye contact, but you were seeing your video was very good. You were seeing always, and your gestures were very good. You were always moving the hands, so that was very good. And really, I could say that your comfort level, we could see that you were very comfortable position, and you were giving the presentation in a very comfortable manner. Regarding the improvement points, there are I could observe some of the improvements point. One of the most important points, you are giving the presentation, but still you were not in the slide mode, presentation mode. So I could see other slides were there. So actually just use the presentation slide mode. So it's very effective. And the second important point, actually as per the speech, you have to give the presentation mastery. But as per your topic and you're seeing your slides, it was looking like a researching the topic. So actually as per the theme, you should do the topic as per the mastery of the presentation. So we could understand that you have the mastery over the slides. But from your slides, it was looking like you are researching some topic, and we are explaining to audience the research of the topic. So maybe when you are going through the objectives, maybe you have to be very clear. You could have given the simple presentation 10 to 15 slides, maybe using all the presentation skills, not the research skills. Overall, I could say that your voice modulation, your language, your clarity was there, and all the slides were very good. But just in the next speech, just read carefully the objectives of your speeches. And I know that you are a very good speaker, and we are always love to listen to you. Thank you, and we encourage you to have more speeches in future. Over to you, Toastmaster Soumya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavanesh. Now, may I call upon DTM Pradeep Kumar to come over and evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Ismail Sultan so that it is in absolutely copacetic condition. Over to you, Toastmaster Pradeep Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya. You put me in trouble today. A well-delivered speech delivered by Toastmaster Ismail. You really put me in trouble. Toastmaster Ismail, congratulations for completing your project, first of all. Today you introduced a new concept, real artistship. Really, this is a new thing to me, as per I didn't hear about it. Today you have really given an information about real artistship. In a summary, I can tell you what I understood is bring out your skills to deliver something to customers within a timeline. Is it right? Yes. Thank you. So you took an example of Macintosh, a product of Apple, which was planned to launch in January 1984. But due to some bugs, is unable to deliver. There was a conversation which you have told us about between the project manager and the Steve Jobs, and whatever guidance given by the Steve Jobs used the word real artistship. So I hope this was launched during that time. This is the example which you have taken, and at the same time you explained about the real artistship in a very detailed manner, in word by word. What is real artist? It is a skill which is required, and what is the ship, which is deliver something to the customers. Okay. And you explained about what are the chances to undeliver something to the customers. There is you explained about a fear and doubt, and you quoted some of the quotes, like what I felt is doubt kills more dreams than failure even ever will. So you used some of the quotations also. I really impressed the way which you have delivered this speech, and your eye contact was good, and you didn't felt nervous, even if it is a very you are very new to the Toastmasters. You delivered with very ease the project speech in front of the audience. To take up your speech to a better level, which I can suggest you very honestly, what I felt is initially you started a conversation with a voice a conversation between the Jerome and the Steve. You could have used a voice modulation there. Hey Steve, hello, like that. So you can change the voice modulation here. So the people will understand who is speaking Jerome and who is Steve. So Steve will speak maybe little harder voice. Hello, how are you, Toastmaster Sultan? Like that. So in that manner, you could have used it, and try to avoid looking at the notes. In between, there was a little disturbance has come up, right? So you try to avoid that one. Be prepared well and deliver the speech. Other than that, I didn't see much things. I will deliver your evaluation sheet to you. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Soumya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, DTM Pradeep. Now, quickly to the brave Toastmaster, Toastmaster Rashmi, for the usage of the word and your count of the oohs and ahs that we've all committed during this session. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Soumya, for the introduction. And quickly, I will go through the reports. First one, the usage of the words that I will give the report. Toastmaster Sunil used it twice. Toastmaster Pataki used it twice. Toastmaster Sudhagar, he used 3 times. Toastmaster Soumya, he used 1 time. Toastmaster Pavanish, he used 1 time. And guest Pushkar, he used 3 times the usage of the word in his 2-minute speech. These are the words regarding the word report. And now the account, other than Toastmaster Soumya, Toastmaster Sunil, and Toastmaster Ismail, everybody used filler words. Okay, so I'm not telling the exact count, but certain Toastmasters like Toastmaster Arif and Toastmaster Sudhagar, they use 1 time only. Other than all, they use more than 5 times. So try to avoid that thing. That's all about the report quickly. So regarding the time constraint, I'm just give a brief report like this. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Rashmi. Toastmasters and guests, since we are running short of time, I will be short, precise, and be quick. Great session getting into the meeting. The meeting started at 7:01. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rafiq, did a great job. One small request, Toastmaster Rafiq, if you're still listening to me, if you can bring in a smile, it adds up to the atmosphere. Smile just is so transforming. It'll pep up the entire proceedings. Stand-in Toastmaster Arif did a fabulous job. And I really, really love all your backgrounds. It's so beautiful with your names and designations. Love it. I mean, that's a first for me. Great way of giving the pep to the meeting. The copacetic Fujairah Toastmasters Club, the Talk Up Toastmasters winner. Great to see so many new members joining in such challenging times. That shows the strength, the merit, the warmth, the charm, the learning that Fujairah Toastmasters brings in to the beautiful city of Fujairah. So keep up the good work. Achievements were mentioned. That's very encouraging. Now, the baton was handed over to the TMOD. Sunir. Loved the lace of humor with which he started off. Wonderful, great word of the day and good usage, which our wordmaster already shared. To the speakers, they have already been evaluated. But before I move on to the speaker, how can I miss that lovely young lady who did a fabulous job of Secretary's report? Toastmaster Kosen, I have never seen such a Secretary's report with a PowerPoint presentation. My bow to you. Yeah. Now, speakers have already been evaluated by the evaluators. So quickly to move on to the table topic master. Oh, his smile is so endearing. I mean, it pepped up the entire session. And what beautiful topics to be in line with the theme of the day. And I think everybody spoke their heart out. My apologies for my local friends. I think the leader who stands head and shoulders above all in the land we are is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. I have to mention his name, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, two towering leaders whom we all follow. Now, 5 great speeches, and my kisses to our guest speaker, Pushkar Timsina. You just took my heart away. Love you for your effort. Now, quickly to the section for evaluation. I think the evaluators brought out the points. Now, Toastmaster Pattabi Raman, you had a fantastic takeaway message. You know what I was looking out for is your personal example, your personal story, which you could have shared, by way of how you encouraged and how you inspired your near and dear ones, your circle of influence, or you got influenced by people whom you look up to. So that would have just had your personal branding to your speech, right? Toastmaster Kosen Khan, I am a fan of the way you speak. There is no two words about it. Your diction, your clarity, your pronunciation is absolutely up at that level. One thing that I think you ran short of, like obviously when you're presenting a PowerPoint presentation in a project speech, there is attention wavering from the slide back to what you are speaking. Now that needs a lot of practice. You see, I thought that was lacking, and that's the reason you were pushed for time for the last 2 slides, right? So that's the area where you need to, probably you want to work to challenge yourself, and you're right up there. Right? Toastmaster Ismail Sultan doing his L1P2 first speech. Excellent content. There's no 2 words about it. What I thought you could have slightly elevated to make it absolutely copacetic is pauses. You see, you need, the moment you give pause, what we have just heard is sunk in, is absorbed. And I was getting an impression that you were reading out from a script, right? And you need to develop voice modulations, right? Like, I will read out a phrase, brilliant use of phrases. You had some amazing phrases in your speech. And one of them was, I'm reading out flat and then I'm showing you with voice modulation. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Now with voice modulation. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. You see the difference? That's I would like you to inculcate that. And obviously, if you practice more and deliver as if you are not reciting, but you are sharing your experience, that will make it absolutely a top-notch speech. Well, that's about it. Oh my goodness me, how are we doing time-wise? Where is my conscience keeper? He hasn't shown me any lights as yet. Oh, okay. I'm so fortunate that I'm behaving a good boy today. Well, Toastmaster Rashmi, wonderful job. Yes, the more detailed you are, the more specific you are. Great use of the word copacetic. I love the word copacetic. And yes, the more you share your candid feedbacks, the better learning for all of us. One thing that I would like to bring into context here with reference to preparing the agenda is if you have L1, P2 speakers, level 1, project 2, we all know this particular project has first speech, second speech, and then the evaluation. If we can just mention in the agenda, whether it's the first speech or the second speech, it's clarity for all concerned, including the evaluator. Love the session, love the bonhomie, love the camaraderie. Thank you. Grateful to AD Ramesh and AD Arif for bringing me onto this scene. And I have our fitness master, whom I call, who wakes up at 5 o'clock every morning. Toastmaster Ramesh is live and active there, our AD47. And well, all the very best. Fantastic session by Theo Modi, bringing in a very relevant topic. And with all his prepared speeches, over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya, for your detailed and minute evaluation. We are happy and honored, sir, that you are part of us today. So moving with our theme, wherever you are, leaders are important, whether to lead an organization or just to make sure a group of friends having good time. If I ask you, great leaders born or made? It is a debatable question, correct? For many, many decades, in 1800 or half of 1900, there is a predominant feeling that leaders is born. In other words, you put on the earth with a capacity to be a good leader. It's not been learned about. But during 1950, there was a lot of studies conducted and provide evidence that leadership is learnable. If I ask you personally, or what percentage of leadership is learnable? Do people have any idea? It's 70% of leadership is learnable. What does it mean? What does it mean? What is that? This is from real study done on genetic influence on leadership. And what researchers found that 30% of leadership is effective was something inborn. But good news is that 70% of leadership was completely learnable from practice and experience. Learning as you go. We collect the information or experience that we go. So a lot of leaders, example Jack Ma, always says, my biggest lesson of leadership is my failure that I have. We collect the experience, we go. Next question is, how can be a good leader? I have only one answer. Join Toastmasters Club. Be a Toastmaster. Continuously take up the role in the meeting. Continuously do your project. Be a part of XCOM team. Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. Over to you, President Toastmaster Arif.
Thank you. Thank you so much, K. Modi, for this wonderful session. Really hats off to you. And thank you, entire team, for supporting and making this session a wonderful session. With that, we are running at the right time. We are not lagging now. We made up. It is because of the general evaluators push. We made it perfectly well. And thank you so much for the entire no, the way the meeting has gone. 1 second, let me just remove this background. Otherwise, it's feel that I am running out of time. And I just seen our area director here. Could you please make a small statement, Sarji? Area director Ramesh Karod.
Sure. Good evening, Fujairah Toastmasters, Acting President Toastmaster Ismail, TTM Pradeep, everyone present here. Good evening. Today I supposed to do the general evaluator role. Due to some other commitment, I couldn't come here. So yesterday, I think by late evening, I look for who's the best evaluator I can give to Fujairah Toastmasters. And the first name came to my mind is my friend, my mentor, Toastmaster Ismail. Thank you so much, sir, taking up this role at the last moment. When I logged in, I can see that you were giving kisses, you were giving salute, you were giving smile, and a lot of improvement areas. Always love to hear from you. I know the way how you speak, your language articulation, excellent. Even though I didn't attend the meeting from the beginning, but I got the full recap of the meeting. Thank you so much. I wanted to add a few points, to mention few points. Fujairah Toastmasters already renewed 32 members. Now we are already on the 16th of the month. It's a great achievement. I mean, other clubs are struggling to meet even 20, and you have renewed all 32. Great achievement. And I'm sure, I think you are eligible for Proactive Club Award. And also our district director sent an email to all the ExCom members about Talk Up Toastmasters Award, which is to add 5 new or reinstate the existing members. Then the club will be eligible for Talk Up Toastmasters Award. This is from the Toastmasters International. So I would recommend all of you, not just ExCom, take up this leadership role, bring new members. Let's bring this community up. As our Toastmaster of the day mentioned, Toastmaster International is where leaders are made, right? We are all leaders. So we need to expand this community to the extended, to extend this community to the next level. So need your support. That's it from my side. Anyway, again, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, Area Director Ramesh, for this wonderful supporting address to us. And we are proud to announce that we were actually eligible for this Talk Up Toastmasters, because recently we added 5 of our new members. So they are here today, and they were witnessing the session, and hope they'll be happy that they have taken the right decision. So I am sure about that. And because of one small technical glitches, we could not able to launch the poll through the Zoom, but we take the help of members to use the chat and give us the poll, and they have done it up. So accordingly, we have got the result, and then I have made the certificate. Let me just share the certificates for the benefit of our peoples. One second. So the best project speaker award goes to Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. Congratulations, Pattabhiraman. Hats off to you. He is our VP membership, and he is the one who achieved the Talk Up Toastmasters Award to FTC. Thank you so much. And then our best evaluator is Shashidhar Bairapu. Hats off to you, sir. Nice evaluation you have given. Each and everyone, not only the speaker, each and everyone who attended the meeting would have benefited from your evaluation. And hats off to you. And then our table topics master is Toastmaster Pushkar Timsina, our guest. Wonderful, inspirational speech, and I hope he may soon join Toastmasters, and he will bring more addition to us also. Thank you so much. That's all from me regarding the certificate. Yes. So let us take this opportunity to take some review from the comments from the guest or our new members. How do you feel? or any of the new members or any of the existing members can share their view, because we are on time, we are not running on time. Kanti bro has to tell something. Toastmaster Kanti.
No, I would like to say congratulations to all winners. And now I learned how to be a best speaker. We have to take the talk of Toastmasters, and if you win, you will be the best speaker.
It has been given, the voting has been given by all the members. How about guest? Pushka, you want to tell something?
Yeah, actually, you know, it was a surprising part when I had to speak on impromptu. I have a little bit said on leadership, you know. Half of my brain says, you know, disruptive leadership is something, a new thing in the world, and that is where I'm attracted towards. And at the same time, a kind of liberal leadership who basically gives a confidence and inspire people. Those are the two aspects I would like to see on leadership part. So when the question came up to me, I mean, the topic came to me and I had to speak, I was a bit nervous. This is the first time I've attended this. Wonderful experience, like excellent evaluation, excellent presentation, many things you could learn by just watching how it is to present, how to make your speech within a periphery. Excellent experience. I hope to continue attending next sessions as well. Thank you very much to everybody. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, our guest and future Toastmaster Pushkar Timsina for this wonderful comments. And any of our new members want to tell something?
Can we ask Engineer Fatma?
Engineer Fatma?
Can you share your feedback, madam? If you are there.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, please, madam.
Yes. Well, thank you for the great session. I enjoyed it really, and I got benefits from the comments which has been provided to the Toastmasters. Like, it was very, very good and excellent comments, which I already wrote them down for myself. Inshallah, for the other sessions, inshallah, I will be more brave and try to comment and join. So yeah, that's from my side. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you.
Yeah, Toastmaster Arif, actually, I would like to say something. Actually, it was really very wonderful session, and today I could, we saw that all the talk of Toastmaster, he won the award and already the 10 out of 10 point and renewal of membership. So I could see that it's really very, like, you see the message and all the wonderful achievement. And today I could see the Toastmaster Soumya. It was wonderful, actually, what the way you evaluated and your table topic. It was really wonderful. And have a big round of applause to Toastmaster Soumya. It was really very wonderful. And Toastmaster Sasidhar, the evaluation was very good. And the way you evaluated, really we are old Toastmasters and we are just, but still we are learning. So we could learn many things from today's meeting. And it's really wonderful to see many guests, many new members joined in the club, and hope to see the tempo running for next meetings.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kaunesh Jainji. Yeah, it's really, no, when the new blood comes in, ultimately we get rejuvenated, because Toastmaster evaluator Shashidhar Vairapu and our Soumya ji, oh my God, hats off to you. You made that, you rejuvenated the entire stand. The Toastmaster Fujairah Toastmasters entire base has been now rejuvenated and going really. Thank you so much. And we got the voting for our best role players, and there is a tie between Toastmaster of the day, our Toastmaster Sunil, and General Evaluator Soumya. It's a tie breaker. Thank you so much, and Sunil, really you have done an amazing role. Thank you so much. And that certificate also I will share and send it to you through WhatsApp. And with that, I am just declaring the meeting is completed for today, and we hope we will see in the next meeting during the first week of next month. In between, there will be an educational session, still not finalized. Once that comes up, we'll post it in the WhatsApp group. That will be a really an amazing session. You can take up. There will be a lot of learning experience. So that's all from us for today. And then there is one small announcement. Yes, regarding the DTAC, as a DTAC 2021 ambassador, I request each and everyone, this is because this is the first time we are going through, like DTAC is going through online. This is the first time. Before, in the previous years, if you want to attend the DTAC, you have to pay for that and you have to go and stay in a hotel for 3 days and you have to witness the full session. Because of so many time constraints, people were not able to go and attend and witness the wonderful speakers speaking about their own experience and doing those roles and all. But since this is happening at the weekends, for 3 weekends it's happening, and it's going be done through online. So it will be an amazing session. Kindly participate. And there are so many roles to be done, like there are so many roles to be done, like evaluators and sergeant at arms, general evaluators. So I will be sharing the WhatsApp link also. You can just register yourself, nominate yourself, not for the entire section, any of one section, any one day, because 3 weekends, 6 days it is going to happen from 2 to 7 in the evening time. So it will be a fantastic experience. Whenever you are free, just log in and see. Not only when we are busy, just attend for the full section and see. So I'll be sharing the link there. Just register yourself and be a part of our DTAC 2021. And that's all. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity given to me. And thank you all.
Acting President, you missed to take the
group photo, please.
Thank you.
Kindly, please switch on your cameras. Let us have a group picture. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Arivalakan bro, I would like to add, this is the second time. Last time also DTAC conducted an online, but this is the special one. All the 4 contests will be online. Last time only the international speech that DTAC they conducted.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. So much. Done.
Okay, good night all.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.